And welcome back. What's up, everybody? Carolina Keith, regular Keith, Professor Keith, just Keith, can't stand Keith. Oh no, it's Keith. Hey, it's Keith. Blah, blah, blah. Good to see ya. Hope you had a good couple days. We're here on Thursday. Tuesday was a rough day. Today, all is green. We're back, right? Everything's fine, right?
Wrong.
Maybe. Let's talk about it. Let's look at the charts. Let's avoid the hopium. Let's avoid the stupidity. Welcome to Crypto After Dark, before dark. If you haven't done so, go hit the notification bell and hit like while you're watching. Google Trends and Rumble Studio tells me that well over half of you guys who watch don't subscribe, you don't hit like, you don't get notifications. So why not? Subscribe while you're there, hit the like button, hit the notifications so you don't miss any live streams. If you're over on Rumble, give us a like and repost it. There's a little repost option right there at the bottom. If you're watching over on YouTube, give us a like, send it around to your socials so everyone else can see it. And if you're over on X, give us a repost. We appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate everyone who gives us a repost. Shout out to the reposters, Matoshi, Crypto Big D, Raging Beagle, Eric, Philip. Appreciate you guys giving us a repost over on X. The more exposure we get to everybody, the better. We want everybody to get the good word in here. We don't want anybody to be left out. We want everybody to get all the information that we have to offer. It's not always the good information. Sometimes it's rough to hear, but we always stick to the facts and keep it real, good or bad. And it's been bad lately. Yeah. Had a lot of rough times on these live streams recently. Got to keep it real. It sucks. It's depressing, and it gives me a lot of sadness and anxiety to deal with. All emotions that we don't want to have, but sometimes we're stuck with. So, what's up with today? Well, it's worth talking about. On Tuesday, we had a really crappy day. Look at this awful candle that got thrown on Tuesday after the live stream happened. That really gnarly red candle that you see right there would be what we call a shooting star. And why would we call that a shooting star? Well, it looks like it's falling from the sky. Now, obviously, you'd like it at the top for it to be a true falling star. And we didn't have that in this situation, but that is nonetheless a very gnarly sell-off bearish candle. Not only did it slap the trend line and fail the trend line, but you see right here, I've caught the candles and caught the wicks going all the way up. I'm in linear mode right now. I'll flip it to log. You'll note that it doesn't matter, log or linear. Both of them are under the trend line the whole way. Every candle that we see so far has not broken out yet. Is it possible that we get some breakouts? Yes, it is. But we got to keep it real here. Bitcoin has not broken out on a daily time frame. Now, we could go down a little lower and look for some other stuff, but that's the first thing we got to note. Why do we do daily charts, everyone? Well, I talked about this all the time, but you have many options that you can use. By the way, we're on TradingView here, and if you guys don't have TradingView, I can help you out with that. Copy. There's a message in the chat right now with the TradingView link. Right there it is on YouTube. Here it is over on Rumble. And here it is over on X. Oh, wrong button. If any of you guys need TradingView, well, there's a link for you to be able to download it right there. Get a free trial and all that good stuff. And I'll tell you this, you might want to wait till Black Friday. They always do a 60 to 70% off deal on Black Friday. I always upgrade my TradingView on Black Friday. They give a good deal, even for me, right? You guys seen me using this TradingView for the better part of 6 years now on YouTube here, and I'm going to continue to stick with it. TradingView has its ups and downs, and sometimes it's a little slow, but it's solid, and it's got many assets. It's integrated to where you can trade right on the panel. If you'd like to do that, you can. It's totally up to you. You can see down here at the bottom, you have a trading panel that you can use if you want. I rarely pull that up because that's just what I use for intraday trading or prop firm trading or whatever. And you guys never see me do that on here. You're always going to see me do daily charts and higher. And that's from this drop down menu up here. Seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, You know, you can pick all your different time frames. I have stars beside David. Stars beside David. That was a Jewish reference right there.
Damn.
Whoops, don't even know. It just popped in my head. Nonetheless, have stars beside daily, weekly, and monthly. All right, so why do I do that? Because those are the time frames that most of you guys have time to look at. It might not register with you at first, but once you start doing this a little bit, you'll start to understand. I understand you only have a certain amount of time each day to look. What I'm asking, 15 minutes at 8 a.m., 15 minutes at 8 p.m. Not a lot, yeah? That's all I ask. 10 to 15 minutes twice a day, and you can make pretty good decisions on a lot of things. Will you be perfect? No, you won't be perfect, but you'll be darn close. That's the point. I want everyone to empower themselves, take the power into your own hands, be able to figure this stuff out on your own. I don't want you to copy me. I want you to do this your way. I say that all the time. I do not want you to copy me. I want you to learn and want you to do it for yourself so that you can figure out how it's best for you. We all a little different. We all have a different way of doing things, and I appreciate that about the human element. So as you see, green candle popped up. Great. Problem. Just yesterday, we closed under the 200 daily moving average, which is this red line that you see right there. That red line is sort of the bear bull filter for a basic strategy, right? 200 daily moving average or 200 simple moving average. That's 200 days divided up by the price. Wherever that line lands is what the moving average is, right? I also have on the screen, the yellow is the 50 day and the blue is the 100 day. So I have 50, 100, 200, right? So unfortunately right now we've got the 100 over the 50. We don't want that. We want it the other way around. And we'd like to price above all of those, but we don't have that yet. All we have for now is price over the 200 moving average. Now, you're going to see there that it's also over the green and the purple line right there. What is the green and the purple line? Well, that's the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA. I'm sorry, 8 EMA and the 21 EMA. I said that wrong. These are our quick little buy-sell reference lines that I have been using for years. It's not perfect and it's not meant to be. What it's meant to be is kind of give you a simple guide whether things are a little bit more bullish or a little bit more bearish. We look for a couple things here. We look for 2 closes in a row, 2 candles in a row over the 8 EMA, the green line. Do we have 2 candles in a row over the 8 EMA so far? Today will be the first one, so we do not have 2. We only have 1. Secondly, after we get 2 closes over that EMA, do we have the green line over the purple line, or is the purple line over the green line? Well, unfortunately, purple is still over the green. We need that to be flipped, as you see back here. See where that purple and green crossed over? That's called an 821 EMA cross, and that's a bullish cross. We don't have that yet. Lastly, we want 2 candles over the 21 EMA, 2 candles over the 821 EMA together. I said that wrong. 2 candles over the 8 EMA. We want candles over the 8 and 21 EMA, so we get our 821 EMA cross, and really want the price over the 50-day moving average as well, which is that yellow line right there. If you get all 3, well, that's the Reaper strategy go signal. What is the Reaper strategy? Well, the Reaper strategy is a free indicator in our Discord, wap.com/team786. You can get the indicator and load it up in TradingView and use it all you want. All it does is tell you when you get your 3 things. What do we have so far? Nothing. We don't have our 8 EMA buy like you see right here. You can see right there we had this candle and this candle both closed over the EMA. It threw 8 EMA buy signal. Then you had an 821 EMA cross, which happened right there. And that's when this little green flag right here popped up. That's your second signal. And the last one was when you were over the 50 moving average, 2 candles in a row. And that gave you your 50 moving average signal. 3 buys, you're all go. You can even separate them into thirds if you like. 1, 1, 1. You can do 1 and 1. You could do, 8 EMA, 2 over, and then the 50, and that's good enough for you. You could do the 821 EMA cross first, and then the 50, your choice. What is the Reaper line? Well, the Reaper line is sort of where you should set your stop loss. You should sort of pick an area below the Reaper line here to set your stop loss because, hey, trading without a stop loss is a terrible idea. And I don't mean that you have to set a stop loss. Your choice. I love stop losses. It's one of my cardinal rules. We have 4 rules of investing. 4 rules. Rule number 1, no emotions. Rule number 2, have a plan. Rule number 3, what's your backup plan? And rule number 4, take your profits. Rule number 1 for me, tough sometimes. It's not easy to always be unemotional about this stuff. It's difficult. It's difficult. Rule number 2, have a plan. Well, you're seeing my plan on the screen. 821 EMA, 50 moving average, trend lines. These are all part of my plan. Backup plan, well, that's where I set stop losses. That's where I like to mitigate my risk and make sure I'm not doing anything too crazy. The Reaper line is a good marker for that. Anything under that Reaper line, I gotta back away. And then lastly, take your profits. I can't say it enough, folks. I had a pretty good day leverage trading today. Made damn near $1,000. Had a pretty good day doing so. It doesn't always happen that way. And since it doesn't always happen that way, when you make money on leverage trades, you should take those profits and move them somewhere, do something with them. Don't always just stick them back in a leverage wallet. Your choice. Do what you want to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't care what you do with your money. I just don't want to see you lose it. All right. So take that money, some of it, part of it, all of it, whatever you choose, stick it over in a spot. That way you're guaranteed not to lose it. Buy stable coins for all I care. I don't care. Pick your choice. You pick your poison. It's your money. But I don't want to see you lose it. All right. I want to see you make your money and hold on to your money and have something to show for all your hard work. Is that a fair statement, folks? Is that a fair statement? Let me know on YouTube, Rumble, and X if that's a fair statement. I think that's a fair statement. By the way, what I was saying, we have 30% of the people watching have hit like. Y'all go hit like, man. It costs absolutely nothing. I see how many people are watching right now. So we've got, let's look and see. So we've got almost 400 people watching right now. And about 7 of you have hit like over on X. And about 11 of you have hit like over on YouTube. And none have hit like over on Rumble. So, hey, go give us a like. You wouldn't believe what that does for the algorithm. It helps a ton. Shout out to Covey Barger over on in Columbus, Ohio. Only time I've ever been to a live UFC fight. No, that's not the only time. The first time I've ever been to a live UFC fight. Columbus, Ohio, Dan Henderson versus Anderson Silva. I also saw the movie with with Will Ferrell about basketball. What was that called? Crap. Can't remember the name of it. Nonetheless, saw that there right across the street from the Nationwide Center. It was a Nationwide Center then. I'm not sure what it's called now. Either way, that's what I see on Bitcoin. We don't have exactly what we want. We have improved some. We could get 2 closes over the 8 EMA in the next coming days, but we don't have it yet, and we're still snugged up right against that trend line. That's why I say this is going to be a rough road ahead. This will not be an easy path to success for us. It's still stuck in the mud a bit. It's still stuck in the mud a bit, and there's a work to do for it to dig its way out. It's got to get above the trend line and prove it, and then once it gets above the trend line and prove it, then it's got to start dealing with resistance. What is resistance? Well, let me pull up a fresh chart for you, and we will talk about it. Let's do Kraken. We never use the Kraken chart. That'll work. So people ask all the time, how do you draw up, what is resistance and support? How do you draw that up? How am I supposed to be able to find that? Well, I've got Bitcoin's daily chart pulled up right here. I just used Kraken's exchange because I rarely use this chart. It's nice and clean. I don't have very much stuff drawn on it. And sometimes it's easier to start with a nice, fresh, clean chart so that you get the easiest, cleanest view of this stuff. Sometimes when you draw on the charts, it can get a little messy. I know that. And it's a going joke that you'll see stuff pile a bunch of stuff on the chart and it'll be all messy and wishy-washy and say the TA shows. And it's just them making fun of chart guys. And I get it. And we're easy to make fun of. But here's how it works. Whenever you see these groupings of candles and they all seem to open and close in the same spots, well, those are resistance and support zones. It's easiest to zoom out onto the higher time frame so you get an even better view of it. Let me delete what we got on here. We do have a couple little things on here. It was just them check marks back when I was using the Ichimoku cloud. But what I like to do over here is grab the trend line tool. You can even use horizontal lines, which are sometimes easier. All right. So first thing that I notice when I look at this chart is I see right here that candle start and stopped in almost the exact same position. Not only that, but it did again right here. So you can see it right there And right there, sort of start and stopped in the same spot. And then a lot of action happened after that. That's probably a resistance zone. So I'll draw a line right there. Let me make it nice and dark. We'll make it red and draw a solid line. That's resistance. That was resistance because the price did not push through it. Furthermore, look where the candles are at the bottom here. See how they all open and close at the bottom? Interesting. So there's another area right there. That, for the moment back then, was support. Price came up, hit resistance, fail, back down to support, ding, back up into resistance, fail, back to support. Gonna hold on. Uh-oh, didn't hold on. Exactly. You've fallen under resistance now. You don't want to fall under resistance. And when you have a resistance instead of a support line, turn it red. Red for resistance, green for support. Nice and simple, easy in the brain to remember. Price came flying down. Later, didn't quite make it to this support zone down here, did it? But it tried, didn't quite make it. Later on, she pushes and she goes right back into where? Look where these candles start and stop right there. Right back on that very same line that we drew a moment ago. This time she powers up and powers through. Excellent. Now she's back to support again. And hey, look where the candles go start another fight. Right at that previous resistance line that we drew before. You can kind of see these areas of contention before you ever get there. Sure enough, after a bit of a fight, we eventually got through it. And then what happens? Look right here. Oh man, the more candles you have there, the heavier the zone. All right, the heavier the fight. So, looks like a resistance line to me. We draw a red line. Guess what we've got now? This is what we call a range or a price range. And whenever you see someone say it's ranging for now, well, this is what they're talking about. Price is stuck in a range, oscillating back and forth, and it can't quite get over itself, can't quite get out of the way of its own feet, and continues to trip and fall. That's exactly what's happened since July. Now, obviously, we had some moves in there that felt pretty good. Yeah, that run up right there temporarily broke resistance and then snap right back down under it again. Unfortunately, it didn't hold the line. You need to see this thing flip resistance into support and stay on top of it and then make a move up. Fortunately, we didn't get that. We slipped underneath resistance. We fell all the way back to the bottom of the range, where, coincidentally, you could draw another line and say, hey, right here, we had resistance, but it turned it into support. As you see, resistance, support, bounce, 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 and now we're bouncing support again. Is the fight over? No, it's not. As you can see, I just drew this green line right here to show you, well, she's on support weekly, and she's fighting. Let's go down to the daily. Now, here's where it gets even more difficult, right? So I did red for support, red for resistance, green for support. Since we're over these lines, now they're all support, and this is the only resistance line we have on the weekly time frame. But the daily time frame gets a little bit more difficult. You can see that many things built up right through here. You also had reversal right here. Same kind of area reversed right here. We're here, 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 here. We want to get as many hits on these lines as we can. So we'll draw them in the most contentious spots. I'm going to make this one blue because it's on daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 days has fought back and forth with this one line alone. That's a lot of fighting wrong in one area, isn't it? Kind of tells you this area is tough to deal with. That area is about 112, 300. Call it 112, 250 to 112, 500. That range, quote unquote, remember I said that a minute ago, that range is tough. If you don't want to draw lines, you can draw boxes. And that's why you'll see a lot of rectangles and boxes on my charts. And this is why. Well, there's a support zone. We're over it. We're hanging on. We don't want to fall under it. Here is a resistance zone. We can make it red. That's a little dark, I know. We can change the opacity of that box a little bit so it isn't quite so dark. So we have some support, we have some resistance. We're stuck in range. And until it breaks out of the range, this road continues to be a rocky road ahead. Simple as that. Now, that's why I go through this stuff, and that's why I show you this stuff, guys, because I want you to know exactly what we're dealing with on these charts and exactly how you can go through them and do them yourself. That was a great example of some simple support and resistance stuff. Let's go look at liquidations. We talk about liquidations every single live stream. All of the the horizontal lines you see right here are shorts and longs. Shorts in the red, longs in the green. Recently, the last couple days, we've developed some more longs that we didn't have there before. Things were looking pretty grim. Here's a baseline of the longs and shorts over on CoinGlass. You can use the liquidation map, just a little bar on the left here. And this gives you an idea of where the longs and shorts are and where the potential targets are in both directions. Now, the spikes above the curve, you can see the curves right here, right? Note that all these candles that spike above are potential targets. Longs are on the left, shorts are on the right. Now, cumulatively, $40 million, more like $43 million in longs, and still about $480 million in shorts. The difference is the shorts are over a very long period of time now with lower leverage, and the longs have started to pile in heavy leverage here recently. You can see these big spikes in leverage as they jump up over the curve right here. And you have some shorts back to about 112,300 that clear out most of those shorts in the daily time frame. Remember a minute ago I said 12,250 to 12,5 with that support and resistance box I drew? Well, here you go. Here's a good example of that. That's where a lot of those leverage shorts came in. All right, all these longs back here are up for grabs as well, and they've recently came in there in the past day. How about weekly? I look on the past week. Well, we got longs all the way down to 102, but a big spike right here at 104,300. About 160 million worth of longs and about 1.5 billion worth of shorts. And you can see the shorts are way more spread out. A lot of taking profit has happened. A lot of these high leverage trades have sort of moved on or reduced their positions. Wow, well, you got your profit. And that's what we've been waiting to see happen. We wanted to see some of these shorts try to start to give up a little bit, and they have. That's a good sign. That lets us know that these longs can start to come and fight. And you, again, beware of these big spikes. They are here now for the longs. They weren't there a couple days ago. And here's a monthly look, 30 days worth of leverage, 114 million in longs, just under 5 billion in shorts. And again, in the higher time frame, it's a ton of leverage piled up here on the shorts. I mean, it goes all the way to 123, where there's heavy leverage, and really back to 116 or 117. Well, you could even say 117.250, where there are heavy shorts to be targeted. And on the long side, that same 104.5, 104.3 level is a heavy contention spot for it to be knocked out as well. Back to the charts, and you can see I've already got those levels drawn here. That's 104.3 right there at the bottom, this green line that you see right here. I'll put an arrow on the chart, we can see it. That one right there is 104.3. If it gets down there, it wipes out a ton of longs. Likewise, 117-ish. I've got 116 and some change. So it could be a little higher than this, and I expect the leverages to dance around a little bit on the way up. But you can see that previous high back here is where a ton of those shorts are sitting and waiting to be liquidated. Will it get there? Well, guess what it's going to have to do before then? It's going to have to break trend, and it hasn't done that yet. Let's go through and look some higher time frame stuff and cycle stuff here. And then we'll head to some altcoins and have a look at those, shall we? And we shall. All right, here's Bitcoin dominance. And this is the last run compared to this run. All right. Still, we're not getting the correlation that we would like to see. Bitcoin just fell off a ton back in the day, and it really didn't fall off enough this time to move the needle for a lot. It could still fall off. We still have 2 months here of potential bull run to go, and we could see some rapid changes happen by then. But for now, she continues to struggle bus along and not really move the needle. Bitcoin dominance continues to hold strong and not want to let go. Here's 2016, 2020, and now. All right. As you see back in 2020, here's where we were 4 years ago, up near the 1618. Here's where we were 8 years ago, up near the 1618. And here's where we are now. Not good, huh? Lagging behind. Again, there could be a couple weeks of swing in here. There always is a couple weeks of swing, but this fall off really, really hurt. And I did hit 2 of the 3 targets. See, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Hit 2 out of 3, didn't get my 4th target. Is what it is. It's still got time, but a lot has to change for that thing to get up there to that 175 level. It doesn't look like it's going to make it right now. Here's total 1, 2, and 3. You can still see that as far as total 1, 2, and 3 goes, total 1 still out front and above trend. This is a weekly chart. Total 2 still over Sniper's Alley, and total 3 still over Sniper's Alley. Both of them back tested that. Again, they better get going or else they're going to fall off. And then here's the monthly look, month to month per cycle. I'll line these up where they're nice and even. I went and did some laundry before the stream here, and I turned my computer off to refresh everything, and I didn't set this back beforehand. Guess what? Keith should have did that. I know. All right, so 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024. We have 8 days left, and as you can see, it's held the parabola all the way to the end of the fibs. We still have 2 months for this one over here to hang on. As you see, it's very close to failing the parabola. It's right on the ragged edge. Can it hang on? Well, it damn sure better, because if it doesn't, it's going to get nasty real quick. And the bear market can absolutely burn for an entire year. And I want you to prepare for that. Please follow the 4 rules. Rule number 1, no emotions. Rule number 2, have a plan. Rule number 3, have a backup plan. And rule number 4, folks, take your profits. Because if you don't take your profits, someone else will take your profits. Do you want to lose them or do you want to have them? It's that simple. Shout out everybody watching. About 550 people watching now. We might hit 600 before this is over. Well, let's go. What's up, Thor's Hammer? What's up, Steve Loop? All right, so let's jump over to some altcoins real quick, because I said I would. Here's Ethereum. Many coins are doing this sort of slowdown pattern. What I mean is this jagged slowdown here. You could get either direction from this. You could say, hey, this thing is accumulating and having a hard time breaking through support, which I would agree with. And let me draw a box there for you like I talked about earlier. Right back here, we got support. Yep, cool. Let's make it green. Pow. Change the opacity. Let's make it a little darker. There we go. So, yeah, we could make it a little larger. That way I'm catching those candles and these, and I'm catching them on the bottom. So as you see, we're under resistance, but over support, kind of ping-ponging back and forth on Ethereum here. And it's showing it doesn't really want to fall through that support. If you're a risk taker, well, knock yourself out. I got to play it safer here. I've been in stable coins here for a couple days. I'm waiting to see. I even sold a bunch of Bitcoin too. It's so risky right now. I got to take it safe. I got to take it easy. Got to be careful here. I'm stuck waiting. And as you see, this thing still, even though it's on support, even though it's trying, has not broken through. It's still stuck under all of these moving averages and stuck under resistance on support, but hasn't made a move off yet. And because of that, I simply can't bite. Your oscillators are starting to improve. Again, volume slowly going away from the negative side and turning toward the positive, but hasn't flipped green yet on your MACD. And then your RSI, it's still nominal and sideways. You're hanging out around 40, which is just nominal trading. Pivot points, as far as that go, you're still under S1. You back tested it. That's not great. Don't want to see that. I want to see it above that and go up here to this pivot line, which is in that resistance box. That'd be some gains for everybody. And the Ichimoku cloud, you 4 out of 4 no. Nothing more to say about Ethereum until I see some improvement. How about XRP? Going to be the same story here. For XRP, you've got the exact same pattern as Ethereum, where it's holding support, doesn't want to fail, but it's under resistance, doesn't want to break out. So what does it do, right? Tough call. So until I see a change, I'm stuck waiting. I've got support right there. You can see the candle starting, the candle stopping, back and forth in both directions. You can drag it over, and sure enough, you're hitting support just perfectly, but you still don't have a breakout. Here's the breakout I'm talking about. If you're a risk taker and you want to take that risk before it breaks out, knock yourself out. I'm not gonna. I got to play it a little safer. Here's your 821 EMA and all your other moving averages. You're still under everything. You got no confirmation just yet. Pivot points, you're under all of them, including S3 where you just back tested it. Got to improve. Ichimoku cloud. No, it looks like maybe Monday it can get through the cloud. I think this thing's dragging its feet to the end of the week, but we'll see. Here's your oscillators. Hey. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. Here's some improvement. She's almost out of sell volume. She's almost got a positive cross right here where the blue would go through the orange and you would get a check mark. We haven't got that check mark just yet. It took a second for that damn sound effect to work, didn't it? Oh well. Either way, we're almost there. Haven't quite got it. How about the RSI? She went oversold. Whoo. In case you didn't know what that means, when something goes oversold, you should be looking to buy. When something goes overbought, or up in this zone of the RSI, you should be looking to sell. This thing went oversold and hasn't been back oversold since. Does have some positive vibes right there. That would be what we call bullish divergence. Price going up. Zoom in on that there so you can see it a bit better. That's strength going up, with price going sideways or down. That is bullish divergence. That's very good for XRP, but it still doesn't have a breakout yet. Your choice on whether you want to play this with or without confirmation. I'm going to play it safe, guy, like I said, so I'm going to wait and see. It hasn't quite given me what I need yet, but it's close. Shout out to Stream Team 786 Assassins. Good to see you, brother. Thank you, sir. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you. What's up, Brandful? Appreciate it, my guy. Oh, I see 4 likes now on Rumble. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah, brother. If you haven't done so over on X, give us a like. We're up to almost 600 now. Hey, look, we got a 100% like rate on YouTube. Let's go. That's pretty awesome. I appreciate it. Solana. As we say in the investment world, on to the next. And guess what? Solana, same story. You can sort of see it right here. I'll draw a support box. So you got candles here, got more down here, same thing over here, more over here. So it looks like we got some support coming all the way back. All through here, some support and resistance. And so far, we're hanging on to it. Pivot points, you're over S2, but under S1, stuck. Trend line, you can see clearly there. We're directly underneath it. How about some confirmation? Just don't have it yet. Now, the good news here is you're over the 200 moving average. Some aren't. And you're fighting the 8 EMA right now, just like Bitcoin is. Excellent. That's a better than most. MACD, trying to improve here, isn't it? You're running out of sell volume. You're about to get a positive cross on it. Haven't quite gotten it yet. RSI, while you are going down and sideways, you have started to potentially peak back up here. Has this broken? Maybe, maybe not. I'm unsure myself. But just like XRP, you have rising strength while the price is going down and sideways. That's bullish divergence. That's a good sign. Hasn't quite given us what we need, and yet there is more resistance. You can see the 100 and the 50 moving averages. Plus you can see the 21 EMA in purple right there in the way. So both of those are going to kind of cause a pressure chamber for this thing not to immediately want to break out of. Kind of cause it to have a ceiling that it may hit here. We need to see it break all of that. And again, still have a couple months left here where it could do it. I'm just very weary of this stuff. I'm very weary of it. You know what I mean? It's so risky. Take the risk at your own peril. All right. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do you. I'm waiting to see some confirmation. All right. We got time for a couple more here. How about AVAX? Sweet. So same story as the others. Getting hammered by downward sell pressure. The daily looked like it was going to show out right there for a moment, didn't it? Looked like she was going to poke her head out and get moving. Problem, she hasn't. That's a dang near perfect back test of the trend line. And the same story goes for this one. AVAX, nearly oversold. You should be looking to buy. You should be looking to buy. Risky though, right? I get it. Out the MACD, look at all the sell volume falling off. Look at the positive cross that you're about to get on the MACD, but you haven't gotten yet. It's so close to breaking out, but it hasn't. How about the moving averages? Again, you're just under all of them, and you don't have any confirmations here yet of anything. So far, it's just new lows and new lows and new lows, and it can't get out of its own way. I need some confirmation here first. Pivot points are all a no. Ichimoku cloud is all a no. It's close, right? It could be, but for now, it's still too rough, still too gnarly to bite on. So much risk. How about one that some people have given up on and may very well be for a good reason? Cardano. Is it good or is it not? I saw today Charles Hoskinson was congratulating CZ for getting pardoned by the president. It's exactly what we needed. Multi-billion-dollar fine payers getting pardoned. Whatever, dude. Whatever. It just goes with the flow, I guess. What are you going to do about it? Anyway, so ADA, like a lot of others, sitting on support, chopping back and forth. Is this going to hold? It tried 1, 2, 3 times to fail and hasn't. Good. Good. What can you do with it? How about the RSI? Same thing as XRP. Same thing as Solana. You have rising strength. It went oversold, which is a good idea to what? Look to buy. And you have a sideways or down price that is bullish divergence. That is a good sign. Do you have any confirmation?
Wrong.
You don't have any confirmation. You are right on the edge of failure constantly. Again, dang near perfect back trend test. Not good. Ichimoku cloud, 4 out of 4. No. Pivot points, you're playing around with the bottom side of S3. No. Moving averages, nope. There's nothing here to prove anything except things could get uglier, right? Which is the whole point of today's live stream. The whole point of today's live stream was to explain, hey, while things look up today, pause and be careful. We are not out of the woods yet. Things could still get very rocky. And I don't want to see anybody get screwed over and lose what money they have left. So for me, I'm waiting for confirmations. Please make up your own mind and do your own judgment on what you think you should do. I know I got to play it safer. Everybody's watching me. And because of that, I can't be the one that screws up out loud in front of everybody, right? Like I said, today I did some leverage trades, just back and forth using in a different account. Just small stuff, trying to make some money back. I wanted to leave my spot stuff alone. For now, I'm going to stick around in stable coins until I see something change. I'm happy to put money back in. I need the money, obviously. So I want to see it turn around, but we got to be careful. All right. Hopefully by the end of the week on Sunday night, we see some positive improvements. If you wish to come hang out with us, wap.com/team786. The first month is free. It's free. Cancel anytime you want. Costs absolutely nothing to walk away. Can do it whenever you'd like. After that, it's half off. It costs a couple dollars a month. The cost of one coffee per month. Can you swing that? Well, obviously, most people think they can't. Whatever. It's like one coffee a month. I think I can do it. That's why I talk it out. That's why the price is what it is. It also keeps the crazies and the idiots out, and the scammers too, because scammers won't pay for anything. But hopefully we see some stuff turn the corner here. Got my fingers crossed that things get better, and I got my fingers crossed that everybody else takes note and does the best that they can with what they've got. I want to see everybody win, folks. I don't want to see anybody lose. I want to see us all making the most money we can. We had over 600 people on the live stream today. So to all 600 of you and everyone else, thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. It really does. Let's make the best of our todays, the worst of our tomorrows. Let's have a better day tomorrow than we did today. And let's keep building that momentum. And last but not least, if nobody else told you today, Keith will tell you, Keith loves you. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all on the next stream Tuesday tonight, 11 p.m. over in the Discord. We have a Zoom. We do that every Thursday night where everybody come hang out, talk junk, ask questions, get answers, shoot the bull, be part of a community of people who care. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all then. Sky's the limit. I'm out. Peace.